Hey, this is Drew Baird from Moon Audio, and welcome back to Audiophile Tech Tips. What's the tip this week? You got to look at the iFi lineup. So we've just picked up this brand. We're populating the website with all kinds of products. And when I mean lots of products, iFi has a ton of them. Lots of problem-solving products. They've got a plethora of amps, desktop amps, portable amps, network streaming, Bluetooth, all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm just going to go through a couple of the real cool products that I'm really excited about. Not going to go into super detail about each one of them. We're obviously going to do lots of reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks. So in the headphone amp market, I've got three different ones we'll talk about first. This is the hip-dac 2, new version of the hip-dac. And so each one sort of has a different, as we go up the line, different size, form factor. They're all really known from iFi to be very powerful. That's one of their great attributes for all of their portable headphone amps. Tons of power. So, in deciding which one to go with really comes down to budget, obviously. They all have fantastic sound quality features, but each one differs a little bit, and it just gets better as you go up the line. So this is, we'll call the entry level, but it's not really an entry level, but it's really nice and thin. You can lay your phone on top of it, strap it together, throw it in your pocket. A real great transportable DAC, the hip-dac 2, okay? Then we've got the Griffin. So we really get a lot more form and factor features, all kinds of more stuff over the hip-dac, all kinds of balanced inputs and outputs, DSP corrections to add more bass and stuff such like that. We've now gone to USB inputs for connecting to your devices, USB-C charging, USB-C audio, if I didn't say C, sorry about that. You've got balanced inputs that you can use this with some of other iFi products that have balanced outputs with the 4.4. Lots of 4.4 in a lot of their products. So we're really pushing that connector as really the future of balanced connecting. Then we step up to the Diabolo. And the Diablo is a beast. It's still a portable DAC, but it is bigger than any of the others. And really, this is sort of the DAC amp that you're going to take on vacation with you. This thing will drive just about anything. We've used it with a hi-fi Mansus Vara and iFi. I don't know if you can see on my computer screen real well, but anyway, they've got a tool that you can use where you go look up your headphones. You can pick one of the iFi headphone amp products to see if it's sort of the right match in terms of gain and power for that hard-to-drive headphone. So 3 really cool amps, lots of specs and features to look at. Then we've got one, and I guess we can call this a headphone amp, but really this is a little Go Blue, it's called, a little portable Bluetooth amplifier, really designed only for iems. I'm not usually a Bluetooth guy, but this has one special feature that no other DAC amplifier out there has in the portable market. It has a mic input. So if you're listening on your iems and your Bluetooth connected to your phone, you can answer your phone. As you guys know, I hate and don't put mics on my audio cables. Why? Because I don't want the mic to interfere with the signal path of what's going to your ears. This solves that. Everybody keeps asking me for an IM cable with a mic. Bluetooth isn't my favorite, but this sounds pretty darn good. They've got the latest codecs, the latest Bluetooth features. It sounds darn good. So this is awesome for your iems and for portable uses, okay? Then we've got the Zen product line. And this piece is the Zen Stream. And why I like this so much is this becomes a Roon endpoint for any piece of audio gear in your house. You can add it to it. It's got both Wi-Fi and wired, and the key being wired. I like wired. I hate Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is problematic. I think you guys have heard me talk about this before in other product videos. Wi-Fi and high-end, high bandwidth, high resolution streaming in your house is problematic, especially with a lot of these consumer grade access points and whatnot where they do band steering and mesh networks. It's problematic. Do a wired connection where you can. This is Roon ready. It's DLNA. It does all kinds of different connection options. It's got its own app that you can use from iFi to control it. It's got digital outputs, USB and SPDIF that you can then send out to your DAC, so you can make any DAC that's older in architecture that doesn't have USB or definitely doesn't have a Roon access point connection by wired or Wi-Fi, and now you can make your system Roon ready. Or like I said, you can use other programs because this isn't just designed for Roon. It'll work with Tidal Connect. They're really trying to make it as versatile as possible. And there's a whole bunch of Zen products, little desktop amps, little DACs. We're going to be putting those on our website too. There are some specific DAC headphone amps that are paired specifically for headphone brands. Like there's one for Hi-Fi Man. There's one for Mez Audio. There's one for the Sennheiser 600 series. Now, you don't necessarily have to use those for those headphones. Let's say you've got a headphone that's got a similar impedance as say the Sennheiser HD660. It will still work with those as well. They do some little DSP curve corrections to make those specific headphones sound better, but it will work with other products. So there is a whole host of cool products from iFi. Their line is about, 100 products deep. It's insane. They've got all kinds of problem solvers where you've got USB dongles that you can put in line with your USB to chop off on any noise that's coming from your computer going to your USB DAC. It's a purifier. They've got all kinds of power supplies, all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to be adding them all to our website. Make sure to leave some questions below about these products or what we're going to be carrying from iFi. They got a lot of cool, exciting things coming up in the future in the next quarter. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next week, where maybe we'll start talking about one of these products in particular and tell you some tech tips about it. See you next week.